Am I an artist? As an amateur who loves to paint, I like to call myself an artist. It sounds just right when I say it. But what does that mean? What makes an artist an artist? If I am an artist, then why do I draw and paint so little? As a kid, I used to draw every day, but the older I got, the more I neglected my art. There were more important things, like parties, studying, graduating, finding a job, moving out, becoming independent. As I call myself an adult now, in a loving relationship with a job I like and money to spend, I seem to rediscover the truth of being an artist. Maybe it does not mean to draw every day, to make every brushstroke perfect and every artwork Instagram worthy. I think a lot of us are artists without even knowing or acknowledging it. Every time you look up and see the sunset, the sky, a tree, and you get this urge to absorb every second of that moment, when your soul weeps, look at this, isn't it beautiful? I think this is the essence of the artist. Not just looking, but seeing the world as it is, appreciating, observing, deconstructing, and in the end recreating its beauty to share it with others or just for the peace of their mind. No conditions. You may think that what you produce is not good or pretty or stunning enough to be called art. But nothing has to be pretty to be art. Good art is not always pretty actually, and art is not the same for everyone. What someone might throw in the trash may be a treasure to someone else. And that's the beauty of it. As long as it moves something in you, as long as you keep creating, as long as you never silence that little whisper in your head that urges you to keep creating, you may forever be an artist. Just keep seeing the world and appreciating its beauty. In my humble opinion, I think art is the interpretation of the world the way the artist sees it. It is unique, even if the artwork itself is not. Even if I'm just drawing a water lily like thousands of artists before. Even if my interpretation is nothing special to the world, it is something special to me. Because art is what makes our life special. This goes way beyond a little drawing. But think of all the big art we experience every day. There are movie series that change our lives forever. Games that made us forget about our problems. Books that carried us to different worlds and places. Music that touched our heart. Animations that made us cry. In our soul, every one of us is a little geek about something. And this something is art. Art created by a person who in the first place may not have considered themselves an artist. Art that was created to spread joy. And this is the essence of the art made by artists. If you keep creating with the intent of spreading the joy of what made and still makes you happy, then you are an artist. Even if you favor laundry and parties for a while over your passion. Even if you get lost in your everyday life from time to time. It happens to every one of us. I had big plans for 2022, and not nearly all of them became true. But this was one of the most beautiful years in my life. I met my one true partner and loved one. I moved out from home into my own apartment. I started working. I was on concerts and vacation and eating out with friends and spending enjoyable moments with my family more than ever before. I never moved my body as much, cooked as much, laughed as much as in this year when I realized that maybe life doesn't always go as planned, but it's beautiful no matter what. And learning from my last year, I want this year to become a year full of art, full of growth, full of hitting milestones and being happy the way that life just happens. Just the way I did in the previous year, but still keeping myself on track and accountable with my goals. I see the irony in this one, of course, because all my plans of the last year and the years before were all in the trash the moment February hit me, as some of you may know. But something changed. I can't quite name it, But as I got older, I can see things more clearly now. It's the way that I became comfortable in the uncomfortable. That I now see that my long-term goal is worth more than the pleasure of the right now. That if I want to keep creating art in the future, I can't keep doing what I did the previous year. Something had to change. So I changed. Since January, I keep waking up at 5 a.m., doing the planning, visualizing, drawing, trying, editing, and getting ready for the change that's coming my way. Just to be here and tell you my plans. I know. A plan in itself is useless, because life doesn't follow a plan, even if you do. But planning is indispensable, because the act of planning is being proactive. It means giving time to the things you know are most important. Actually calculating the hours you got and negotiating with yourself what is realistic. It's your rational brain talking to the irrational side of your brain that craves chips and chocolate and Netflix binging and sleeping in all day. And telling it, this is what we're going to be doing for the rest of the year. Deal with it. It's preparing yourself for the truth. We have to change some things to see some change. Are you ready for this? And hell yeah, I am ready. So let's talk numbers. This year I'm going to be posting at least one short per week and one full-time video at least every 2 weeks. That's it. That's all I have to do. All I have to hit. No crazy extensions here, because let's be honest, our time is limited. I work a full-time job, I'm in a loving relationship, I cook and I work out. There's only a limited amount of time and energy I can invest in my art career if I don't want to do it at the cost of my health. If this seems too easy to you, congrats, you just unlocked the secret to my not giving up this year's secret. If it seems too easy, it may be just right. Because yes, in an ideal week, I can do way more than just one short and half a video. But we don't live in an ideal world. Sometimes life gets in between. I may become sick some days. I may have other responsibilities on the weekends. And I'm not perfect. Maybe I will miss 1 or 2 upload dates. But one short per week and one video every other week means I will have about 70 to 100 videos at the end of the year. It really adds up. This seems like something worth trying, something worth doing. I'm not planning on getting monetized or making crazy amounts of money this year. I know this is not stunning, not crushing anyone's expectations or going to get me an award. I know that something crazy is to be expected because on the internet such lies win the attention. Losing X amount of weight in 2 weeks, gaining XK followers on YouTube and Instagram in just 1 month. These titles fill every inch of the World Wide Web. But this change your life overnight lie is not sustainable or true, and I'm not down for it. I just want to keep doing good work and share it with others. Maybe this makes me a weirdo, but if I'm honest, I never was something different than a little drawing weirdo after all. Now, I'm just expanding to the internet. So I ask you, what's your priority this year? If you want to draw more, how about a 10-minute sketch a day? Or just a painting a week to keep it really simple? If you want to become an author, maybe you could start writing 200 words per day. At the end of the year, you would have the first draft of your novel. If you want to get fit, maybe you could start with a 10-minute workout every morning. Trust me, 10 minutes can do wonders. Whatever your goal is, remember, don't be too harsh on yourselves. Give your best every day, but acknowledge that your best differs from day to day. A 1-minute sketch is better than not touching your pen in weeks. Doing your workout half-assed is better than sleeping in. Everything worth doing is worth doing poorly. Keep standing up and try again. Get better 1% per day and watch what changes it might bring for the future. And with these wise words, I thank you for making it this far into the video. If you liked it, please consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear this. Save it for later or just give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Don't miss my next video by subscribing to my channel. I plan on posting more consistently from now on, I promise. Until next time, keep drawing.
Cause I'm fed up, I can never be in love.